Hey guys, so growing up, do you remember going to your favorite theme park or going on a really exciting trip? Well, today I'm going to be sharing a very memorable time when I spent the night at a theme park. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's get into this video. So, growing up as an only child being raised by my auntie, it was kind of tough. Sometimes I wasn't the best to handle, and sometimes my auntie would need help. There was a program in my city growing up called RapJack, and this program was specifically designed for relatives raising children. And I remember absolutely loving this program. It was a program where they would have all types of events throughout the year. They would have bowling trips, they would throw huge Christmas parties, we would get tons of gifts and go on yearly trips. I remember one time growing up going to one of these Christmas parties, and the city was doing a Christmas toy drive down at the convention center. And I remember my mom coming into my room and saying that we were headed to the convention center because Rapjack was sponsoring us to go to the toy drive. And I remember being so excited. I remember getting there and being led into this huge convention room. They had all these people with tables and brand new toys on them, and basically it was like trick or treating inside a convention center. We would go to each table and pick out a toy, and there were like at least 20 tables. Some of them had really nice toys, some of them had candies, some of them had activity books, all types of neat stuff. I remember filling my bag, but the most memorable thing that I remember was getting a Beyblade that year. You guys remember the Beyblade? Huh? Doesn't that bring back memories? So, to say the least, growing up in this program was pretty dope. And I got to experience a lot of things. But for this story, we're going to talk about the yearly trips that we would take. So, in this program, we would take yearly trips, and usually it would happen in the summer. We would usually go to a theme park. And I remember the first time going. We were at one of the meetings and they brought it up and they said the kids would need permission, from the parents to go on this big yearly trip. And I do vividly remember them saying, well, we were gonna be spending the night. And of course, as the kid I was confused at first. So I had to pack a sleeping bag at that time. They said that I had to pack a sleeping bag. And I didn't understand. I was like, okay, I'll pack a sleeping bag, but we're going to be going to a theme park. I thought we were going to be going to a hotel or something. So anyway, fast forward a week later, and they finally reveal that we're going to SeaWorld in Orlando, and I was absolutely ecstatic. I didn't even know how to act. I remember the day getting to the main headquarters downtown and the big bus sitting outside with all the other kids, and I had a couple of friends from that program, and we were all absolutely excited to go to get on the bus. And we'd never been on a trip like this. Yeah, you have your regular field trips where, your average school field trip where you go to the museum or you go to the zoo for like a couple hours and then you come back. But an overnight field trip was just, dude, I remember it was crazy to me. I remember us stopping at the big McDonald's and they all brought us whatever we wanted, food, whatever we wanted. And after that, we took the bus ride all the way down to Orlando. And we got there that evening. And I remember getting all the bus and them gathering us all at the main entrance. Well, at the main entrance, And we were basically a charter group. And knowing checking in a whole charter group, it took a bit of time. So I remember they sat us all down and they passed out our colored shirts. When you'd go on field trips, they make you wear the same color shirt. You guys know how it is. So anyway, we're sitting at the main entrance for the check-in, and they gave us free park food while we waited. It was amazing. Oh man, just thinking about it. So afterwards, we got there a little late, and that evening it was around about 8 something in the evening. So I think the only thing that we could do after we got checked in was go see Shamu and getting situated for the night. And for those who don't know who Shamu is or what the Shamu show is, it's basically a giant show with orca whales that they have do tricks and splash the guest, and it's basically like a aqua circus. Now, I'm not sure if they have the show going on anymore because as the years went by, there was a bunch of controversy about the marine abuse and how they train the orcas and about having marine life like that in captivity and doing tricks and stuff like that. I think even years before, there was a trainer that one of the whales turned on, grabbed her by her hair, went to the bottom of the tank, and it didn't resurface, and I think she like died. And as a child, we weren't aware of what these orcas went through. But in later years, growing up and understanding about animals in captivity and the harsh training that they go through for the entertainment, it rubs me the wrong way these days. But anyway, I remember going to see the show, and after explaining where we were going to be staying, and at this point, I'm like, oh, are we going to be staying in like a hotel? I'm going back. Are we going to be staying in a hotel? And to my surprise, they said that our quarters for the night, we were going to be staying in the dolphin exhibit. Now, this was absolutely beautiful. They led us to the dolphin exhibit. We all laid out our sleeping bags and fell asleep in a huge lit aquarium with dolphins swimming throughout the night. Oh man, I will never forget that experience of falling asleep and waking up to use the restroom and seeing dolphins swim past. It was quite to say, it was a very memorable experience. I remember the next day getting up, us eating. The park just hosted all of the food. It was great. Riding all of the rides all day long until we packed up that evening and we ended up going home. But anyway, guys, yeah, I just wanted to share that memorable life experience. If you guys have any memorable life experiences or stories, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'd love to hear you guys' experience. Well, guys, until next time, I love you.